Chapter 2. 100 years have passed since Argent's first greater demon meal. He has since then encountered many greater demons. While most of them don't have any connection, lineages to other primordials, there were a couple of them who did. Argent had encountered blues, blancs, violets, as well as Jaun's demons, and he killed them all, making sure they won't revive once more. Luckily for him, he has yet to encounter any of the primordials. He was sure they would have grudges against him for killing their descendants. Argent is currently sitting cross-legged in a small pile of lesser demon corpses. He was eating the corpse of the greater demon leading the group. Confirmed. The individual silver semi-primordial demon, Argent, has reached the required experience and strength to evolve into an archdemon. Huh? What was that? Evolution to archdemon. Beginning. Argent suddenly felt dizzy, like his strength just left his body. He was starting to lose consciousness, which wasn't ideal, especially somewhere where fighting is an everyday occurrence. Shit, my body's all weak. I feel sleepy. What the hell? Resist the urge. With sheer willpower, Argent resisted the urge to sleep, and his evolution happened while he was awake. Reconstruction of body to an archdemon. Confirmed. All physical abilities have been significantly boosted. New abilities include extra skill, multi-layer barrier, skill, rapid regeneration, new resistance, ailment nullification, spiritual attack resistance. This concludes the evolution to archdemon. Once the words of the world announcement was over, he breathed a sigh of relief. While he did resist it, he still felt like he was weakened in the moment. No kidding. I actually feel that my strength is stronger than it was before, he said while trying to measure his abilities. He then saw a lone lesser demon who was getting closer to him. He concluded that it was just born, considering it attack him all alone. Perfect timing. With that in mind, he used his speed to get in front of the demon, and using his right hand, he punched the demon with all his strength. The demon, without it even realizing that Argent was in front of it, was hit in the stomach and its body exploded. The limbs flew off tens of meters away while the rest of it became tiny lumps of flesh. Wow! That strength! That speed! I see. This is an archdemon's body and abilities. Months have passed since Argent evolved into an archdemon. He has already mastered all of his abilities, including the new ones. While eating a lesser demon soul, he suddenly felt his head hurt. Ah! What is this? My head. What is that? Memories. The place was covered in walls and has a low ceiling. The area has several desk-like tables with chairs beside them. The large window in the side indicates it was evening. Senpai, just this once please. A young man was bowing in front of someone. He seemed quite desperate with whatever it was that he needed to do. While waiting for this supposed senpai to answer, his face was showing that he did not expect a good reply to his request. He knew that his senpai was busy as it is, and yet he would add another task for him. Because of his incompetence, he would trouble his senior co-worker. While scratching behind his head, his senpai sighed. He may look like he was thinking about his decision, but he has already decided to help him from the start. Can't be helped, huh? Very well, let me see it. Ah, thank you very much, senpai. What was that? The demon's past memories. Was it a reincarnator? Strange. Even though I have never met him, that guy felt familiar somehow. That voice though. Whoever that senpai guy is, I feel that I know him as well. I would have to assume that this demon is that senpai, since it was in his point of view. But why did I see it? I've eaten at minimum hundreds of demon souls. And this is the first this happened. Maybe it's just because that demon was a reincarnator. With that conclusion in mind, he stopped thinking about it. Although, the memory still lingers in the back of his mind. And without him knowing, an extremely small part of his unstable soul fixed itself. So small that even with the extra skill, Sage, it would take minutes if not hours to find the difference. But it is their Argent's soul made a small repair in itself. Because of that lesser demon's soul, Argent was changing locations again for the north time. Boom! Boom boom! He heard explosions near where he was. He used magic sense and got a little bit closer to find out who was fighting. What he sensed was two primordials fighting. They were throwing punches at each other, as well as magic occasionally, whenever they had distance between them. From what he could see, he doesn't stand a chance if he tried fighting one of them. Even more so with two of them. Who are you? A voice suddenly reached Argent's ear. Argent quickly turned to look at who spoke. It was a greater demon. It has an appearance of a man in his early 20s. He has green hair and a type of armor that covers his eyes. Beside the demon was another greater demon. This one had an appearance of a woman also looking in her early 20s, the difference being this. One has long blue hair with horns on her forehead. I would guess they are both Blues and Vert's descendants based on hair color alone. They must have been ordered to guard the area. I was too careless. I am confident I can take out one of them easily. But two will take time. And Blue and Vert may arrive here. I don't like that scenario one bit. I am just a normal demon who felt strong magic power being tossed around. I only checked to see who was creating those. I don't mean any harm. So could you just let this slide? Argent said with as friendly tone and harmless appearance as he possibly could. Wouldn't a normal demon run away instead of going to the dangerous area filled with magic power? Said the blue-haired greater demon, not letting her guard down, and is getting even more suspicious. Who's there with you two? The moment Argent heard that voice was the moment he knew it was too late to escape. He could already sense the two primordials coming to their direction. Both of the greater demons quickly kneeled on one knee and looked to the ground, not making eye contact. Vert Samer, this demon was suspiciously sneaking around while you two were fighting. We captured him to interrogate his purpose, said the green-haired demon to the green primordial. Vert. He may also be a spy sent by the other primordials to find and analyze any potential weakness. The blue-haired demon added, glaring at Argent while talking. Hey Tilda, this one is quite strong. It's even an archdemon like us, Vert. Although just a newly evolved one. Blue said while looking at Argent and analyzing his body. She then unleashed her aura. While it was not enough to knock Argent out, he has never experienced intimidation before, which made him drop to his knees, cough, wheeze, and then she grabbed him by his hair and raised his face to look her in the eye. So which lineage are you from? Blue said with a monotonous voice. No emotion, unlike her cheerful way of talking earlier. I don't belong to any lineages. Argent was able to speak, albeit while stuttering. Blue, it doesn't look like he is lying. More importantly, doesn't he look familiar to you? With Vert's statement, the aura suddenly disappeared like it was never there in the first place. Blue pulled his hair even closer to get a good look at his face. She was analyzing its details. And with what seemed like hours, she had a look of realization. Ah, I remember you, she said, letting go of his hair to move back a bit to point at him. That's right, you were there too. When the primordials were born, you were born with us too. However, you suddenly disappeared, she added, tilting her head. thinking in her head, why did he disappear immediately back then? Argent's face looked like he just swallowed 100 bugs. He didn't want to tell anyone about his supposed semi-primordial status. He didn't want unwanted attention by all of the primordials. Although, it's already too late. With a sigh, he said, I'm something of a unique case actually. I was born with you primordials, but I am not one. It's not that I'm not one, but I'm only half one. The two primordials look at each other confused. How can one be a primordial and not at the same time? They knew he was born at the same time as them, which would mean he should be a primordial like them. Elaborate, said the primordial green vert, wanting to get a more detailed explanation from Argent. Well, from what I could tell, I wasn't supposed to be born at that time. But I did. And because I was a demon as well, I was able to take a fraction of the great spirit of darkness within myself as well. So you're saying you being born was accidental and not expected, Vert said with a pause. And because you were born at the same time as us primordials, you also got a part of the great spirit of darkness which makes us primordials who we are. She continued. Yes, that's the whole summary. I am titled as Silver Semi-Primordial. Argent. I am only half primordial and I can't create descendants like you guys. Silver semi-primordial Argent, huh? I see. Anyway, let's fight, said Blue cheerful. It was like she found either another toy or another playmate in her past time. Huh? Fight? No, I am weaker than you two no matter how you look at it, I don't stand a chance. Argent said, while emphasizing the word, weaker, in his statement. You're an archdemon, right? You should be able to beat those two with ease, Vert said while pointing at the two greater demon, still kneeling. Besides, you're only weaker because you lack experience. Don't worry, we won't kill you. It's hard to find sparring partners in here that are even near our strength, she added. All right, now stand up, I'm first. Blue cheerfully dragged Argent to where the two primordials were just fighting in, both of them taking their stance. Vert signaled the start, with the two greater demon also spectating. Argent quickly started using fire magic and shot multiple flame attacks at Blue, which Blue easily dodged. He knew this would happen, which was why it was only a distraction for him to get close to her. Once Argent got close, he went behind her to give her a kick to her back. Blue dodged by jumping and turning to look at Argent. She then quickly got close to him, preparing to punch him. Argent quickly covers his front and prepared for impact, which doesn't happen. When he looked, a ball-shaped water which was spinning at high speed appeared in the palm of Blue's hand. With a grin on her face, she placed it in Argent's stomach, which still continued to spin and was dragging Argent's stomach with it. Groan. Luckily for Argent, he has multi-layer barrier. If he didn't, he would have a spiral hole in the place where his stomach should be. To escape it, he quickly took several steps back and tried to regain his composure. He then went to attack Blue again, this time with a punch directing to her face. She blocked it using her hand and used her other hand to place another punch in his stomach. Groan. The torture battle of Blue and Argent continued for more than 2 hours. Argent was already close to passing out, while Blue could probably last for a few more hours. Blue wasn't completely without injuries. She had what looked like not too light injuries in her left hand, abdomen, and right leg. Thump. Argent finally passes out, which concluded the battle. Blue then relaxed her stance and started healing herself. Vert walked to them. Well, he was stronger than I expected. I would have thought you would win without injuries. Or Were you holding back? Vert stated with amusement. Well, at first I really was just messing with him. But on the latter half the battle I was actually serious. He was getting the hang of fighting, so I had to take it seriously to keep my lead. Blue replied, looking at Argent. And that's how Argent the semi-primordial silver met the blue primordial blue and the green primordial vert. To be continued.